What is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny gameplay video. You know, lately I have heard lots of frustration being aired with the current meta in Trials, and why Trials is so frustrating for some people, just going up against the same stupid things over and over and over again. Well, you know what? There are a few things you can do just to straight up kick the stupid Trials meta in its teeth, and outplay the meta for sure. And nothing's fail-safe. The meta is the meta because it's the best. It's the best strategies. But there are ways to counter it if they are executed properly. All right, here I'm being baited into these revives by a shotgun warrior stormcaller. So I shade step in and then backpedal to get him to push. Sidearms put down shotgun rusher so well. Here's hard light, putting down a guy who's trying to bait me in. He was absolute, tucked into a corner. I use hard light to ricochet off the surfaces to put him down. And sidearms just cleaning up. Sidearms are actually really good with the right rules. You can do some friggin' work. Absolutely. I rely on sidearms and fusion rifles to outplay certain meta things in Trials pretty regularly. In fact, what I do is I inspect my opposition before the match starts, and usually, not all the time, sometimes I get caught up talking to chat and I forget to do so, but generally I'm going to check and see what they're rolling, and I may make some adjustments to my loadout, maybe even change subclasses real quick, and adjust how I need to in order to counter their strategy effectively. So that's one of the benefits of being a well-rounded player. If you're well-versed and rehearsed and comfortable on multiple subclasses and multiple loadouts, then you can switch on the fly and it won't affect your gameplay. It won't be like, oh, now I gotta warm all this stuff up again, you know what I mean? So here, jug shotties. You know what, jug shotties, fusion rifles are great for shutting down jug shotties, and so are sidearms. With jug shotties, fusion rifles and sidearms are great because the thing that sucks about the jug shield, the thing that makes it stupid, is the fact that it it has this amount of damage that it can tank before it pops, but any damage done above and beyond that gets negated. So if you hit it with a golden gun, a shot from your Goldie, it does significantly more damage than it needs to do in a single shot to pop that jug shield. But the additional few hundred damage that it does beyond what pops the jug shield goes nowhere. It disappears into space and floats up into the great beyond, right? So that's what's frustrating about it, is everything above that damage threshold gets negated. Well, here's the thing about sidearms and fusion rifles. If you're using a shotgun, you're going to shoot all your pellets at the same time. It's going to pop the jug shield, but then you can't fire another burst from your shotgun for a hot minute while you have your fire rate cooldown in between blasts, right? And in that amount of time, generally they're going to shotgun you and punch you in the teeth and kill you, and it sucks. Well, with fusion rifles, the thing is, fusion rifles shoot in a sequence. They don't shoot all their projectiles at the exact same second. So the first projectile is going to pop the shield, and then all the other follow-up ones are going to do damage. And with jug shields, they're running at you in a straight line generally. They're just bum rushing you. So the rest of your bullet, your projectiles from your fusion rifle are probably going to hit them if your aim is good, because they're not moving horizontally, they're just moving straight at you. So it's easy to hit them with all those projectiles. So lots of times this weekend I have shut down jugs who are rushing in, across a couple of videos now, even it's been in there, with fusion rifles. Sidearms are great too, because sidearms have a high rate of fire. So you just go pop pop, and that pops the jug shield, and then you have all your follow-up shots, and again, they're just running in a straight line. It's so easy just to melt them with sidearms, done in a couple of these videos this weekend for you to see, and plenty on stream. You'll see when we go up against jug shotties, multiple jug shotties on the same team, oftentimes I'm switching to a sidearm or a fusion rifle to combat it. Shotty warrior sidearms are great because a lot of them will try and close those gaps quickly, And if you just backpedal and spam sidearm, shuts them down. Especially I like using high caliber rounds on mine, because shotties do flinch. They actually do flinch. You can take fewer pellets when they pull their trigger just because you're flinching them, and the tip of the barrel of the shotgun starts to bounce a little bit, and sometimes you hear people like, oh, he ate my shotgun. Well, what happened is they were flinched, and not all the pellets hit. So do that. Sometimes when I go against a full team of clever dragons, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull out my No Land Beyond and shoot through the flinch. Why? Because because of reasons. Because it works. Because it can work. If your aim is good and if you're well rehearsed in doing that, you're going to get under their skin. Those are the people who complain about No Land being OP because it shuts down their OP things and they don't like it. So, you know what I mean? Shut down those clever dragons. When you see triple clever dragons, don't be afraid to switch to that No Land and just downright tick them off. Scory campers, lightning spam, or not lightning, grenade spam, team grenades. So everyone, if they're camping inside, just all chuck your nades at the same time. Your skip grenades, lightning grenades, wombo combo, spike grenades, trip mines, axion bolts, your storm grenades. Chuck them all in at the same time and then push. And so they have to, figure out where they're going to go with all these grenades in there. I've done this before with my friends. Totally disorients them. I mean, it's not a fail-safe. Sometimes you're going to get outplayed, but that's the best way to combat it. Throw in all your nades at the same time and then push in to either flush them out or kill them. Going against multiple storm callers on the other team, hey, pull out your defender. Rock those suppressor grenades. You know what I'm saying? Just tick them off. There are just ways to counter it if you're well rehearsed in it and if you execute it properly. So don't be afraid to look at what your opposition is using and decide that you're going to give some thought into how you're going to counter it, even if it's not meta. The best memories that I've made playing this game are shutting down things that are blatantly on top of the totem pole with things that are not on top of the totem pole, and it feels great doing it. So hopefully you get to do some of that yourself. Hopefully I'll catch you in the trials and we'll have a good match. I'll catch you later, guys.